in discouraging times, certainly in the West. Relations between China and the United States have continued to deteriorate and show no sign of improving. It seems likely that this antagonism will continue for 2 decades or more. The world is becoming increasingly unpredictable as one unexpected and destabilizing event follows another. We can only be sure of one thing. This pattern will continue and will, in all likelihood, become increasingly chronic. These are classic symptoms of the breakdown of an old order. The declining hegemon is no longer able to exercise its authority and command allegiance in the previous manner. Faced with uncertainty, countries respond in new ways. The present global order has been in place for nearly 80 years. Given that kind of timescale, no living person has known anything different. We are all staring into the unknown. The transition from the UK to the US cannot compare with that from the US to China. From a developed to a developing country, from a large country to one that comprises almost a fifth of the world's population, from a Western free market democracy to a country with an entirely different history and culture. We can see that the United States cannot bear the idea. As soon as it decided that China was a threat to its global supremacy, it not only turned against China, it also, in the process, began to unwind and divide the present global order. Here is a crucial point. There is, in this context, a striking difference between the US and China. Where America is wedded to singularity and the exclusion or partial exclusion of those countries it perceives to be different and therefore unacceptable, China, in comparison, is pluralist in its mentality. It does not require other countries to be like it. On the contrary, indeed, China believes that other countries cannot be like it because its own history and culture is so different and distinctive. The roots of China's sense of difference lie in its own history, just as the origins of America's insistence on singularity and homogeneity can be traced back to its near extermination of the Native Americans. China, historically home to countless different races, found a way over a very long period of history of enabling and embracing diversity. In other words, by historical and geographical circumstance, China learned the principle of coexistence. Pluralism became second nature to it. It was part of China's DNA. Ever since the Peace of Westphalia in 1642, the West's view has been defined by the nation state and the division of the world into nation states. In contrast, China's starting point is Jianxia, all under heaven, a world that is open to all and not defined by boundaries or discrimination, a community of shared future for mankind and a common destiny for mankind. Draw on the concept of Jianxia, of a worldview, rather than the concept of the world divided into over 190 nation states. Two of the most important questions of our time, the pandemic and climate change, demonstrate how, in a globalized world, this kind of thinking is fundamental to the future of humanity. China will not be the exclusive leader in the manner of the UK and the US before. It will, in all probability, be the most important, influential, and powerful country in the world. But even China constitutes only 18% of the world's population. Ultimately, leading the world must be a shared endeavor. If the global development imperative is successful, there will be many centers of creativity, dynamism, energy, and innovation in the world. Each country and each people has a unique contribution to make to the success and well-being of humanity. Thank you very much.